What's up, y'all? So today's guest, you could find him all over YouTube reacting to different metal bands like Baby Metal, Crystal Lake, The Architects, and he actually has a segment called the Monday Bless, where he reacts to the best bless. And this was an awesome conversation, an awesome down-to-earth dude. You want to check out his apparel, OHRION orionapparel.com, and his channel is Orion Reacts. So check him out. This is Orion. It's my foundation. It's my faith. It's my work ethic. It's my drive. It's everything that I've tried to build for myself that has made me who I am. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. You don't get to talk to many people that have like big followings on YouTube and stuff like that, and you don't get to hear their stories. So that's something I would love to hear from you, is just like, what made you get started in YouTube, and did you start reacting or did you do anything else?
Okay, so what kind of brought me into like this whole YouTube world is obviously like, well, it's not so obvious, that's why you're asking me. But since I was like 21, 22 years old, like I bought my first house and everything, and I run my own business like since then as well. So I just didn't have time to get into like new music and stuff like that. So that's just kind of like, I'm like, oh, I could do a video a day like all these other reactors are doing, just to kind of check out some new music here and there. And, I was like one of those guys in high school where I just legit like would take my earphone out of my ear and like jam it in everyone's ear to be like, yo, dude, you got to listen to this song. So like, I just feel like I kind of have that, I don't even know what to call it. Like that personality, I guess, to like just show people this like new music and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't
cool,
know if
man.
that answers it, but
Nah, I mean, so is that what you started YouTube with? You try like anything else or anything like that? You're just like, oh, let me just see how this goes.
So yeah, I kind of had like a little bit of a background back in the day. Not even so much with YouTube, but I used to do a little bit of Twitch stuff back in the day. So I kind of had like that video editing like background, I guess. So like, cuts and stuff, and just kind of make different content out of it, and a little bit of vlogging experience as well. So yeah, I kind of started off with like in the video game world for like video editing and stuff like that. So I come off like a little bit more polished, I guess, like right out of the gate. But even then, I look at some of my old videos and I cringe so bad, man. Like it's like,
Yeah.
why did people fucking watch me? Oh, are we allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, man. Whatever you need to do.
Okay, go. But yeah, I was like, why did people watch me, right? I look back at those videos and I'm like so blown away of like how far I came, I guess. So it's neat. It's kind of neat to see the process. But yeah, I did have some experience in a little bit before the whole YouTube world. Nothing crazy. I wasn't like big or anything, but yeah.
And you know what's funny about YouTube is just like, that's the thing, is like, you rarely see people that have like good quality video, good quality stuff. A lot of reactors I see, they're just like in their living rooms and they're just talking to a camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then they have like 200 and something thousand subscribers. I'm like, what?
It's crazy. You can literally do this with your phone. Like I've been debating on like, I've had this thought in the back of my head for a long time. But like I wanted to show people. I'm like, well, that kind of went with my my vlog that I have up on my page as well. Like a little studio tour to show people. I'm like, I still use ghetto ass things. Like if you see my setup right now, like I'm just in my condo, and just obviously I have a good camera from back in the day when I did all this stuff and vlogging and that. But like my mic's not even hooked up properly. It's sitting on a chair right now. Like I can probably show you a little bit of it, and it's like it's not even hooked up. Like and like I literally have my laptop just kind of chilling on the table. So, and it's on top of a pillow. So
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
exactly. But yeah, I was gonna make like a little bit of a video to show people. It's like, look, you can do this stuff. Yeah. So like, you see other accounts, like they don't have like the good quality or anything. Even their microphone, they're using whatever they can off of their cell phone and stuff, and just kind of stitching everything together, either on their phone or in like just like Final Cut Pro or something, like not even like a high-end editing software. So I really want to make a video out of that to show people. I'm like, because I think it's great that you do this and just do it for the fun of it and like just finding new music, but it also helps other bands get out there as well. So yeah, I don't. It's crazy to see people with like good quality stuff compared to like not good quality stuff, but like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I don't know if there was a question there or not, but I was just kind of talking.
All right, y'all, let's take a break for a second. We all know it's hard to get a good amount of protein in every single day, especially for people that aren't meat eaters. So if you're not, try a no-cal protein bar. A no-cal protein bar is vegan-friendly, 22 grams of plant protein, dairy-free, and only 190 calories, all in just one bar. And they come in 2 flavors. They come in blueberry cobbler and mint cacao chip. Not getting enough protein can cause loss of muscle mass, slow metabolism, or not giving yourself or your cells enough oxygen. So keep a no-cal bar with you and get that protein in. So there's no cow, no bull, no way. So you can grab one today at stnutrition.com and use the code STRONG for 10% off. You know, it helps get more in your order. stnutrition.com. Check it out. That's just what I'm like, what kind of thing I'm interested in, because I watch reactions from people that, you know, they don't have good quality showing or whatever, you know. There's nothing cool about it. It's just them sitting in front talking about the music. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes you can barely hear the music because it's playing through their laptop or something. But they get all these likes, all these views, all these subscribers. I'm like, how? So that's what I was curious about. And it seems like, yeah, but YouTube it just doesn't really matter.
It doesn't at all. And like I've looked at stuff, I've researched stuff. Like every night, I'm up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, like trying to learn more about this kind of things. The algorithm, what works, what doesn't work, what can I do that's better. And yeah, like I honestly feel like it does not freaking matter. I see like their thumbnails are just not the best, and their titles are not the best, and it's like, why is YouTube pushing all this stuff? And it's not even like the greatest content. You can half of them you can tell they're like fake as fuck. Excuse my language, but yeah, it's weird. It's just weird to see that, and it's like, man, I work hours and hours on my content and editing, and it just stresses me out when I see other like pages like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way with like my podcast and stuff. You know, I started out like, I look back at it, I'm the same way as you. I'm just like, ooh, I'm cringing at like just watching that stuff. But then now it's getting increasingly better. You know, I built a studio like in my house, and
Oh, that's a wicked.
yeah, so I have my own setup I can just come to and work on stuff and do that. And then I put in like hours like editing and trying to make a cool looking, you know, default picture, whatever. And again, it is what it is. I came into it not wanting just do it for fun. I said, man, once we start worrying about the likes and the subscribers, then we're going to stop. Because I don't want to have to like do all that, you know. But I think another thing that helps you is like you have catchphrases and stuff, and I love that.
Like toodaloo, motherfucker. That's just kind of me. I've always said like if I'm leaving like a conversation, leaving someone's house or something like that, I'll just say like toodaloo for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's where like toodaloo, motherfuckers kind of came from. But when I first started this stuff, I really wanted to like push the whole Canadian thing, because I thought, for one, like I was kind of like, I wanted to stand out there more and just be different from everybody else. So like I was doing like Japanese bands and stuff like baby metal and that. So I thought, you know, this Canadian reactor or Canadian Metalhead reacts to, you know, Japanese metal bands and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be a little bit more catchier and like different, and just really use like the Canadian slang to kind of stand out. So it just kind of like evolved into like where I am now. But like I love using it still. Like I have people that message me and say, what the frick do they say? They say like they walk around going like, let's fucking get into our buds. And like every time I fucking go into like someone else's like Twitch stream or something or a comment, they're like, yo, it's Orion, what's up everybody, and like almost like making fun of me, but they know it's just my slang kind of thing, and I'm like, I just ride with it. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. It's cool though. It's really cool to see other people do that.
Yeah, I love it. And then I didn't realize how many songs have a bleh into it in it until I found you. I was like, wow, I've heard it in a couple, but I didn't know it was like a thing that these bands do.
I didn't think it was that big as well. And honestly, like that all goes to my girlfriend. When we first started dating, she's clearly into metal as well, but like she showed me like a couple songs from Wage War, and I knew who the band was, and I thought they were okay, and then just really got into them because obviously, you're dating this metalhead, so you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be into the same bands you are as well, and I really got attached to like these like one-liner kind of words like blechs, urghs, and stuff like that. Like it just sounds so filthy and nasty. So she showed me a couple, and like just from then we were just kind of going back and forth of like what would we find, what can we show each other type deal, and like yeah, it was basically her idea for like the Monday Bless, just to show people like I don't know, we just had like a really big love for blechs. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
that's kind of where that
hey
came
man, it's a
from.
cool
It's kind of
thing.
neat
That's why I
though.
ended up getting the shirt because I love it.
Yeah, no, I thank you. Are you wearing it right now?
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't see your video or anything, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's wicked. I'm glad you are, and thank you very much for that. By the way, like we just released another one as well, and it's cool. Like I think it's really neat because like my girlfriend designed the first one as well, and like now she's like getting way more into the merch, and she designed the new one. If you've seen that one as well, like she just did another one. Like I'm been kind of like teaching her Photoshop and that, but she took a really big interest in it. And
Okay.
it's really cool to see her like just be a lot more involved with it, and it's a lot of fun. It makes it more fun and enjoyable to do it, like especially after like a long day's worth of work or something like that. I can come home. She's doing all the back end stuff and like just designing stuff on Photoshop and that, and I can not feel like guilty like editing a video while she's doing that. But like she's really into it, so I'm just very proud of her for just wanting to learn it. Like I didn't force her to or anything. She just
Right.
really wanted to learn it.
No, that's
Cool.
cool. That's cool. And I think even one of the songs too that you did, they even had a wolf in there.
Yes,
They,
yeah.
I was like, yo, that's
Yeah, there's
tough.
yeah, what was that? I think that was For the Likes of You, I believe. I can't
Yeah, I
remember what
can't
song it was.
remember.
But yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, that's wild. So what's going on in Canada right now? What are you guys doing? Are you locked down still?
In some parts of Ontario, like I'm from like the Toronto area, so the outskirts are kind of opened. But yeah, mainly it's a mess down here, I guess, in a way. We just lifted our lockdown kind of thing, but like it's still on like strict restrictions. I don't think we're allowed to go into restaurants right now
Hmm.
either. So like no pubs, no bars, restaurants. You can get takeout though, which I find ironic, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation right now. But yeah, masks everywhere. It's mandated. So
Yeah.
anywhere you go in, you have to wear a mask. But I don't know. I hope it clears up soon. I'm just itching to get to like a concert. If you know what
Right,
I
right.
mean. I think everybody listening probably knows what they mean.
Yeah, man. I mean, same here. Like, it's just, I mean, I think we're a little bit more open, because I live in the U.S. and I'm from Delaware, if you know where that is.
um, Not exactly. Whereabouts?
Do you know
Where
New
around there?
York? New York?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it like that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like an hour or two away from New York.
Oh, okay, nice. East
Yeah,
or like west or
east. Yeah,
east? Oh, okay, so you're like still even a little bit further. Yeah, because like I think from here to New York, I think it's like an 8 hour drive.
yeah.
Could
I
be
don't even
wrong, but
remember. I've only been to Canada
I would.
once in my life.
Oh, really? Where'd you go?
Yeah, we went
Niagara
to
Falls.
we went to Quebec. We went to yeah, and we got cursed at by French people.
Of course he did.
Um,
Fucking the Canadian French people, like Quebec area. If anyone's watching from Quebec, I just feel like they're just more not as like I guess friendlier as like most Canadians are. I don't know. I just feel like they're a different breed for sure. But I love Quebec. I have friends up in Quebec as well.
yeah, dude. I mean, let me tell you the story. It's just like so. We went for my senior trip when I was in high school. We went to some
Okay.
resort, and the our like tour guide we were all joking around on the bus. Everyone's loud. You know how kids are, right? And
Yeah.
she just yelled at us, and she was like, "They do not like you here." She and like, and we're just like, "What?" And then,
That's
sure
weird.
enough, man, like once we got through and started seeing like the locals and stuff, like they just weren't fans of how we were acting and uh that kind of thing. But we met some people from Toronto and they were cool, so it wasn't all in all a bad
Yeah,
experience.
that's good. Well, at least you got to see Toronto though. Toronto's pretty cool.
Right.
I mean, I haven't like really went through Quebec. The only time I'd like really been in Quebec was for like this is good is going back to like my video game stuff. I had like a sponsor thing to go out there and do like some voiceover work for the game company or the game. Yeah, I guess they are a gaming company. Yeah, you know what Gameloft is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I went out there and did some stuff out there. So that's the only time I've really been to Quebec, though. That's the only thing that I've really done out there. But what did you guys see out there? Was it like, did you go for a purpose? Was it or just more of like school trip? We're just going to see a different culture kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it wasn't even that. It was just to go to, it was a resort. So it was like
Oh, okay.
snowboarding and stuff like that. Like I wasn't really
Oh,
into,
ski
yeah.
resort.
I wasn't really into any of that, and I don't know. I mean, it was fun. You know, we got to hang out and meet different people and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's just for sure, like realizing that hey, there's people that don't like you for some reason was a weird thing.
Yeah, that is a weird thing for sure. And that yeah, going back into like YouTube and stuff, a lot of people can get discouraged about that as well. And I
Yeah,
feel like that's why a lot of people don't really jump on the whole, reactions or even just posting their stuff online for people to see and critique, I guess, in a way. So, yeah, I just see a lot of people get hurt in that way in terms of like people not liking them. Like they read into the comments way too much and sometimes there's hate. You're going to get the hate. So, as long as you can look past that, life's pretty good.
yeah. Have you ever got any of those kind of comments?
Oh yeah, tons, man. Since actually I've
Really?
been kind of grinding out what is it called? TikTok.
Okay.
See, I'm old, so like TikTok is just kind of new for me. And I know it's a
Yeah.
new app, but like man, all the eyes are on TikTok right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah.
So when I have a couple on there, and like I just get people saying like I posted up like one of the arf arf clips that I had, and people are like, "Arf arf is just such a stupid saying." Blah blah blah. You're a terrible reactor. Like yeah, I kind of ride with it to be honest. Like for
Right.
one, yes, the comment's going to help boost up my stuff, but at the same time, it's like I just want to tell this person, kind of like go fuck yourself at the
Yeah.
same time,
Right.
but in a funnier way. So I'll be like, I'm like, buddy, just either keep scrolling. You clearly don't like it, or like I'll just joke around with them and be like, there was one person I was like, this arf arf stuff, this blessed stuff is just overrated. It sounds all the same. Like I'll joke around and be like, everybody, we got a hater here, get him, and like, and people start commenting saying like, get the fuck out of there, and blah blah blah. So I just like to have fun with it. I mean, if it's gonna help my engagement up, then great. But I'm just also not gonna take shit from people.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to. Like, for some
Yeah,
reason, I don't. Yeah, they have the right to say stuff, but why even say that? Like, how does that
sure.
make them feel better?
I don't know. I feel like it's like a psychological thing for people. Um, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just ride with it.
Yeah, especially to a reactor. Like, what do you have something bad to say? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like, I know there's a couple reactors out there that will, like, like, if I don't like a song, I will say it, but, like,
right.
I'll say it in a nice way so people don't say things, I guess, like, oh, how could you be picking on this band? They're amazing or whatever. Like, I'm not here to, like, shame a band type deal. Like, I'll say, yeah, you know what, like, it's fun. Here's the things I did like. Here's something that I didn't like. I'm like, but overall, it's a great band. It's just not for me. And I
Yeah.
feel like people are a little bit more responsive to that opposed to, I know some reactors out there that would just be like, I don't like this song. I've never liked this band. And like to me, it's like, okay, then why did you even fucking post this video? I get you want it to be true and honest, but hey, like I think it's cool that people are like straight up though.
Yeah, that's cool too. If they can say it in a respectful way and just be like, hey, I just don't like what these guys do or whatever like that, and that's your opinion, hey, that's cool. But if you're just like yelling nonsense, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just more like they critique and they're like, I don't know. There's people that are like great bands and like very talented, and they'll say that too. It's just like, and they don't like the band. I'm like, how do you not like that? It's like it's like the whole genre of metalcore. I just don't understand how you like that band, and you had to make this video to say all these things. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean
I
my
worry about myself at the end of the day.
yeah. My a couple of my friends they got their band back together and just did this album, and I didn't like them in the beginning. But they came out with this album and I was just like, "What?" I was like, "This is a totally different sound." And I messaged them. I was like, "Yo, you guys killed it." And like before I was like, not my thing. You know what I mean? Because they sounded amateur. But this album that they came out with, man, it sounds professionally done. The band's name is The Artisan.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I mean they're not big. I think they've had a chance to get signed, but I don't think they could all come to an agreement or something like that.
That sucks. I've been in that position as well. In my early punk rock days, we were being like looked at by forget what his name is. I think his name is like Mark Spicolic, and he is like one of the AP for like Universal Records. And he approached us like during one of these kind of like a battle of the bands kind of thing. Our set list actually got cut very short because bands just kept taking longer and longer. We only played 3 songs. And he came up to us right after our set and was like, "I'm going to keep an eye on you guys for the next 6 months. Go get some stuff recorded. Send me your press kit type deal." And we did all that, and then legit like half the band just left. I'm like, man, we had our chance at that point. So it kind of sucks to see that.
Yeah. What instrument did you play? An instrument or anything, or what were you in the band?
I played in like a couple bands, obviously, when I was a lot younger. But I did vocals. I was more like the frontman singer, and then I played the guitar and did some vocals as well in another band. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. I would love to get back into like vocal covers and that, and actually learn that side of things. But it's just time. Time is just not on my side, and like I think of something new, and now I'm grinding at TikTok, and it's like it's just taking up so much of my time.
Oh, I feel you, man. I'm the same way because I did a couple. I was actually in a band for like a couple days until they broke up. But
uh,
yeah, but I was doing the same thing. I was doing the screaming and stuff like that. Uh,
that's sick.
yeah, and I try and do it like here in my studio, like by myself, like try and do some covers, stuff like that. I'm big into
Okay.
I'm big into like Disney and stuff. So I had someone do like a metal cover of a Disney song.
That's wicked. You
Yeah.
and Wyatt Sav get along then. If you're a big like Disney fan, Wyatt, he loves Disney.
Oh,
It's
really?
weird.
I would have never got
Yeah,
that
you
from
wouldn't.
him.
I know, but he has like a bunch of like Disney stuff around his house. It's cool.
That's
Like I
crazy.
just didn't see that coming from him. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's like a softie for that.
No, I love it too, man. And then but it's just like the time that it takes. I thought it'd be something easy to put together, like, okay, all I gotta do is the vocals. But then to
Right.
mix it together and make it sound good, I was like, oh dude, this takes too much time. Like, and I do so many other
Yeah.
things. Like again, like you, I own another business too. I own a online supplement store.
Okay. That explains why you're so jacked then.
Yeah, a little bit. And I used to be a personal trainer and I used to be a bodybuilder too. But uh,
Nice.
yeah, man. But it's just time. You find, and I also have like a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It sounds like you're a hustler. That's wicked. Yeah,
um,
that's my kind of people.
yeah, man. I mean, it's tough, but you got to do it.
You do, and that's the thing. It's like we're young now, so I literally just watched like a Gary Vaynerchuk thing that came up on TikTok, and that's what it is. It's the young people have this time on their side, so like juggle those 19 things until it works for you, kind of thing. Like that, those are the people that are gonna find something that they love to do, and it's gonna take off if they're very passionate and make it work for themselves. So like I run my own business as well. I run a window tinting business.
Okay.
So I do window tinting, vehicle wraps. Like I've done like a stream wrapping a car. Just it, and it takes time. Like that's like a 3 day job to
Hmm.
do that. Record, edit videos and stuff. Like it's tough. Um, but yeah, other than that, like I do all that stuff and I run my own business. So that on top of that, plus like managing everything just in real life as well. It can get pretty tough, man. It's time is valuable in my eyes, and I think it should be for a lot of people. But the thing that's scarier is just regret. Like if I didn't
Hmm.
do this and like kind of like down the road say like I wish I did that, that's I think more scarier than just juggling these 19 things that I got it going on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel the same exact way. Uh, what does? I mean, you don't have to get into any detail, but like, what does like your girl do to help you out? You know, does she? Because I know she probably has her own job and stuff too, right?
She helps a lot with the merch side of things now. This was like since the beginning of February, and it's helped a lot. Like it's just, I feel like it just obviously took a lot of time and stress off of myself as well. Like I had the merch there, I just didn't, I cared about it, but like had a couple things out there, and I couldn't design or anything on a regular basis just to kind of keep it updated. So she just fell in love with doing it. She started out doing my Monday Bleth, um, what's it called, those flyers and stuff for
Okay.
Instagram. So she was doing all those on Instagram, and like I just loved the way she was designing stuff. And I'm like, you got to design like my freaking thumbnails or something. Like I want to be curious to see what you can do with that. And she started doing stuff with like the t-shirts and that. She's like, we should make a t-shirt for this and that. And like she just got a little bit more involved. And then she started using my computer for stuff, and I'm like, okay, I need to edit. Like, like and I'm helping her and stuff too. We're having a great time doing it, and I'm like, okay, like I see like obviously potential here with her doing this. I can teach her more and more to do this, but she just showed a lot of interest in it. So I went out and grabbed her a computer and said, here's your own computer and stuff. If you really want to do this, let's invest in one of these and go ham on it. So. Yeah, so that's what she does a lot of. She does the back end of that and the designing stuff for t-shirts and that, which is unreal. And yeah, she just helps me stay on top of things. Like I need that organization. I'm a very unorganized person.
Yeah. No, same here. Nah, man,
Yeah.
that's tough too, because I'm someone that I feel like I have to do everything, especially if I want it to be right. So it's very hard for me to let anyone do anything else. But I absolutely like I need someone to do something else. You know, you know what I mean?
Mm. That's good. And see, that's the problem I have like with my tinting business and stuff. I've tried to work with people, but I can't. Like
Hmm.
I just need to do it all. I have a hard time doing that, but I'm just glad I can do that with my spouse. And, we get along doing it that way. We bicker back and forth like any normal relationship would be.
Right.
But it's a cool thing to have to like work with, your loved one. So I think it just brings us a lot closer, and we get more shit done. But I think the hardest part out of that is just turning it off and making time for like relationship time and like, you know, at home stuff kind of thing. So
Yeah. Where do you see you where do you see your channel going in like the next 5, 10 years, something like that? You ever think about that?
I do. I do. Where do I see it going? I don't know, man. Like it changes all the time. When I first started, I'm like, I had some really cool ideas. Well, before the pandemic, I'm like, you know what? Like I can make some cool vlogs, go to like some shows and stuff, and maybe get into a couple free shows that I want to see, and just make some content out of it.
Hmm.
Maybe get some backstage passes, do some interviews and stuff with bands and that. That's what I really wanted to do. But then the pandemic hit, no concerts, nothing. So I don't know. That's and I had this like big vision where I can like fly to like have people sponsor me to like go to like these big festivals for a weekend just to vlog it. I think that
Yeah.
would have been really cool to do. But with these that was the vision that I kind of had, but it's just not going that way, especially because of the pandemic. But I really want to I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go. I like just showing people the music and that, but I don't know where it'll go. I really don't.
Yeah, because I think
That is
that's
a
like
great question.
yeah, I think that's a something that I've seen a lot of YouTube people do. Like once they've been around for like a year or two, they're always like, "Oh, I'm taking my vlog to do this." I'm like, "Why?" Just keep doing what you're doing and just get better at it. But I guess
Yeah.
they see something in the numbers that makes them want to do X, Y, and Z different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people have a lot of trouble with, is chasing the numbers. And I'm one of those people as well. I'm not afraid to admit it. Um, I like all kinds of music. Don't get me wrong. That's why I like reacting to like different stuff. Like you've seen like some K-pop videos that I've reacted to,
Yeah.
and yeah, the numbers are there for sure. You see the subscribers go up, the views go up, and that, but it will hurt your channel in a way as well. So, and that's what I've kind of learned. But like, I need to learn these things for myself and see it. Like, I'm not very an analytical guy, but like, I do like seeing those numbers and seeing what works and what doesn't. I just like the process. I think if people just fall in love with the process and just try stuff that they think is going to work and what's not going to work, that they're going to have more fun doing it. And I think I learned that a lot from like Gary Vaynerchuk, if you listen or know
Yeah.
who he is. And it's I learned a lot off of that. Just to be really humble about it and just do what you love to do. And I've talked to like Nick Nocturnal and stuff like that as well, and people reaching out to say like try doing this and this if you're having troubles with this. And I think that the main part of that is just make sure you're having fun doing what you're doing, 100%. Because then everything else will follow. People will know that you're having fun doing what you're doing. I think that's why people, as much as we all see and hear the blasts in these songs, it's like they see how much I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh shit, this guy, I can relate to this guy. I see where he's coming from. And like, look at the energy that he has. And then they just support you even more and more and more. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, dude, especially when the way you edit and when the bleh happens and it shakes and your
Yeah.
face is just like your mouth drops and stuff like that. Like it just adds that whole like I don't know, like that person watching is just like they're listening with you, like listening to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love going through the comments and like just engaging with people in there because you read some of these and it's like, man, I would never have like heard the song without your video or something like that. But like I love the reactions that I get from like the comment section, and they'll just tell me like my face reaction was exactly the same way as yours. I'm like, that's when I know that I made a really good video and like I expressed myself in my true way that other people can relate in. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah. And then also it's funny that you say the Gary V stuff and like doing what you love, man. I think I spent the last couple podcasts mentioning that. And
Oh
it's good to
yeah.
hear it from someone else's mouth and not mine because I feel like I'm saying it all the time. Just because I'm
Yeah.
around people that are constantly, "Oh, I hate going to work. I hate doing this." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, if you have a 9 to 5, this is what makes like doing my podcast, working on my business makes it easier to go to my 9 to 5 because I know I
Yeah.
have something else that I'm working for, you know?"
Yeah. I think people need to use that as a tool. Like it shouldn't. I think if you're gonna want to do more, like you want more out of life, or I don't know. It's just the people that are like that complain for sure. They need to be doing something else. But like, use your job as a tool, work that, and this it from Gary Vaynerchuk. He'll say like, go to work 9 to 5, and from like 7 to 2 o'clock in the morning, work on your hustle. Like
Mhm.
that's gonna get you out of that 9 to 5 job that you hate so much. So grind it out now because it'll just pay off in the end.
Yeah, I mean 100%. What kind of do you look to other reactors for inspiration or anything? Or do you just
I
like,
do.
okay.
Yeah, a lot of I honestly had never watched reaction videos before I started doing reaction videos.
Mm.
Like I knew like Wyatt Stav, and I like really liked the dynamic duo that those two have, him and Lindsay.
Mhm.
And I just really thought it was really cool that they can just go on and talk about like songs that they actually love, react to it and stuff. I thought like that was like one of the first channels that I really saw and kind of learned off of. So I even reached out to him, and he just took me under his wing. But like other ones that I do watch as well, uh, I would say like Alex Hefner. I kind of picked up a lot of stuff off of that. I liked his editing style, especially with all the memes and stuff that he put in there.
Okay.
But there's a lot of great ones out there for sure. Like Alex, but then there's cringy ones too. I don't know. I just take a little bit of like their structure, I guess. I think that's what really helped me watching these other reactors. But now that I've been doing it for over a year now, I just like seeing what their point of view is on some of the songs that I have done reactions on as well. So I don't know. You become friends with these people too over time. So it's just cool to see their opinion. Like I didn't usually watch reactions at all, but like I knew that Wyatt Staff like really like architects. So like after I did one of my reactions, I knew he did a reaction on that as well. I just like he's a good friend of mine. I wanted to see exactly what his thoughts and stuff were because I knew he liked like the harder architects and like this is obviously a lot softer. So I was just very curious to see more of that. But like definitely use them for inspiration as well.
So I started listening because I hear songs. I don't know if you know Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been listening to his music that's been coming out, and I like to go to different people because I want to hear their opinions on it. And I'm trying to
Or
find someone that disagrees with it, and I just can't find someone. I was just like, I'm like,
do you disagree with some of his stuff? Is that why?
just there's little tidbits sometimes because I'm not one-sided. I can see the reasons for both sides. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I always like to play like devil's advocate or something like that and just really think what someone else would think. But now pretty much a lot of people agree with it. So it's kudos to him, man. But uh
For sure.
yeah, I mean, I think I watch the same people with reactions, and honestly, I'm not even sure how I came to yours. I think I did watch one of Wyatt's where you're in it. I think that's probably what it was.
A lot of people I find have done that, like especially with the MGK stuff.
Yeah, I think
There
that's what
was
it
a
was.
lot of people from MGK that saw those reactions because they did really well, and they just loved the vibe that we had. Like all four of us. I think it was on that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and
had
you
all
did the
four of
whole
them.
album.
Yeah, we did a live on his Twitch and stuff, and we just kind of had like a little bit of like a party type deal at his place, and just kind of hung out, had a couple drinks, and just listened to listen to some of the stuff on there, and just interact with people. I think it was a lot of fun. We definitely got to do another one of those.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But going back to the inspiration and stuff. I also like looking outside of reactions as well for like content, I guess, what to put into my videos, because like I feel like that's what's going to separate me from everybody else, is just having a different style, I guess, of
Right.
reactions. So like I love watching vlogs sometimes too, like Casey Neistat. I'm a big huge fan of that,
Yeah.
and a couple people here in Toronto that have wicked video style vlogs as well, like Casey Neistat stuff. So I'm like, I love the video side of things, like cinematography. Like, just I would love to throw cinematic stuff in my reactions, but it takes so much time. But it's like that's why I love like the video side of things. But yeah, I just think it helps for inspiration for me. Sorry, throwing shit in there.
Oh no, because I mean, I'm the same way. When I don't know if you saw my little intro before my podcast or whatever. That's just a little, that's kind of stuff I like to do too. Because I look at like Peter McKinnon, um,
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Toronto.
I watch
Yeah,
his stuff all the time.
yeah, dude, he's so good.
He
Um,
is.
but I'm the same way. I like to do the cinematic stuff. I like video. I love pictures. Um, but I'm also someone that isn't isn't the best to be like asked about you know what I mean? Like, so if someone had a question about like a camera or photography, I couldn't really answer it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I go by my eye. I don't go by like oh well, the aperture is
whatever else
this,
is
and then
going
the shutter speed is this, and then I'm just like, I don't
on.
know. I just go what looks good.
Hey, at least you do you have it on auto? As long as you don't have it on auto, I have
Oh
respect.
no, no, no. I always do it manual. It's just like a lot of times I'm not even paying attention. I'm just going by. No, I don't like the look of that, so change things up.
I am the exact same way. If you see like if you like if anyone's watching that's like a regular viewer on for my stuff, I do like you see my lighting change up all the time,
Yeah.
and like I'm always fiddling around with it. And I'll go back on older videos. I'm like, oh fuck, I should go back to this one, and like I just start playing around with stuff. So I know exactly how you mean. I don't like having the same thing over and over again to me as well. Like I just find it just too repetitive, and I don't know. I'm a creative guy, so I need to have different things going on.
Yeah, I love that you added the like the computer in the background with the video playing when you start to talk about it.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about it, and then like everyone was like, that was a good move. So it's just a little bit more timing, I guess. It just sucks when I screw up and like I got to redo the whole intro or something, then I got to restart the video. But and then sometimes I'll forget to start it.
Yeah.
But I think it is cool. I think it's really neat. But like, I'm surprised no one's actually said like because I haven't seen the video yet. I'll just pull it up and let it like play in my background because I can't see it.
hmm
But I'm just waiting for someone to be like, okay, you have it playing in the background. You clearly listened to this song already. I'm like, no, I haven't. But no one's ever said that. I'm surprised because I would that would have been me saying that in the comments.
Well, they probably realized like, oh, you're shooting this after you already listened to it.
Yeah. Um, the thing is, well, they could realize that, but I don't. It's everything's all in one flow.
Yeah.
But the shit, I was gonna say something. I can't remember now. Anyway, go on. I lost it. I'll think of it in a second, I'm sure. But yeah, anyway, keep going.
Have you ever thought about doing like a separate thing with like doing cinematic videos or something like that, or you just want to add it to your reactions?
Um, I don't know. Like, see, it's different with reaction channels. A lot of the people legit just skip the whole intro and just go right to the reaction.
Yeah.
They honestly just watch your reaction. So that even to me, it's like, why should I put like all this time and effort into these things? Like I like obviously I make the content out of it in the beginning and afterwards. I have fun with it, but yeah, it's just I would love to do that and like maybe me setting up a camera or something like that with some cinematic stuff or fixing some lights. I don't know as I'm explaining stuff like just kind of like B-roll footage. But I don't know. It's just to me, I guess it didn't really seem worth it yet to do that. I don't know. I feel like if anything, I would love to do that more with like I guess sponsor videos. Like, hey, we have a mic that we're gonna send you, and pay you to promote this item kind of thing. Then I would go ham on that and just like really B-roll footage and really try to sell it for them kind of thing. But I have to do a couple of those just so I can pitch them to people.
Yeah. Are you at that point yet to like have
uh,
sponsors and stuff?
I've had a couple for sure. I like doing them because obviously, like, it helps pay my bills as
Right.
well, and especially with the pandemic, it just extra cash is good. But I like doing them. It's just I get a lot of spam stuff, unfortunately, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of reactors do. That's why I don't see a lot of these people do it. But like, I have companies that hit me up. That's like a prime example is I had somebody in Toronto say like, and if this is like an expensive ring company. They're like, I'll give you $700 off of a ring or anything out of this like jewelry thing that from our store, as long as you just promote our online store at 30 seconds in the beginning of your video. And they were going to pay me like $1,000 just to do this, but I turned it down because I'm like nobody in my like viewership, like all my subscribers or whoever's watching my videos, I'm like, they're not, this isn't a product for them. So
Right.
why should I be promoting this to people that it doesn't make sense to sell it to my viewers, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like I have to turn down a lot of stuff because it's just stuff like that gets offered to me. But like I would love to do like mic reviews and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know much about mics either, but I would have fun doing it. Even if it was like a camera or something, I think that'd be sick. Canon, hit me up.
Yeah,
Let's get a
dude, there you go.
sponsorship
There
going.
you go.
Yeah. But no, that is a good question though. But I don't know. Like I just, yeah, there's not a lot of like sponsor stuff, but to kind of, I guess, go back to like the whole where I see myself doing this in like in 10 more years, I guess it's like I still want to be doing this for sure. I just like finding the new music, but I don't know if I'm sure it'll expand in a way. I just don't know how.
We'll wrap it up with this. What advice would you give someone like starting a YouTube page? I mean, even for me, because I'm pretty much new too. Um, like, should you care about the numbers and the analytics and stuff like that? Because that's how you're gonna get better when you understand it more. Or should you just keep putting out the content that you believe in and just go with that? You know?
Um, See, I've heard a couple people's like I've heard other opinions about this. And I'm still on the fence about it as well, but like I see a lot of channels do what's big out there and they get their numbers in there. And you know, you'll get lots of subs doing Nightwish. You'll get a lot of subs doing baby metal and stuff like that. And these are bands that I just have never listened to either, so it just worked either way and I wanted to see for myself. But the numbers were definitely there, but I don't suggest doing that mainly just for your channel. Because I feel like it's just going to be hard to like transition out, and I've seen it happen as well. Like people, there's channels out there that strictly do like baby metal, Nightwish, you know, the big Ginger songs that get lots of views and stuff like that, and then they do something like an Architect song or like Era or something like that, and they only have like 100 views on it afterwards, and then they think like, you know, what's going on. But it's weird because like I've looked at my analytics and like, man, a majority of my viewers come from the like the recommendation page. Maybe 10% of my subscribers watch my channel. So yeah, if you really dive into the numbers that way, like you can really see it. But like I think for a newcomer, learn about the analytics, but like know what sells out there, I guess, for like people to click on your video. The three things that like really matter for that are legit, like have a good thumbnail, make sure it's like nice and clean, catchy, poppy to grab somebody to click. So it's clickbait it in a clean way, I guess, that's not lying. Make sure it's like nice and crisp. Title's a big thing as well. Google picks up on keywords, so using good keywords obviously helps as well. You know, like Metalhead reacts to blah 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 or whatever. But and then having some sort of like the first like 200 words, I believe, in the descriptions matter as well, because that's where the keywords pick up to rank your video a little bit higher than everybody else's. So I learned that a lot at the beginning, and it helped my channel kind of like get in front of more people. Just learn how to get your stuff on the recommended channels and stuff like that. But yeah, just keep it pretty decently, I don't know, like a short video, but not a long video. Don't be doing like 14-minute videos. Because like it's also the watch time ratio as well that helps, that YouTube helps like push out your stuff. Like if you have more watch time minutes, it'll boost your stuff up more. I feel like that's why some of these people out there with, you know, the iPhone 5 camera that they're using with the mic attached to it are getting that kind of stuff, because it's like it's a 6-minute video of them reacting to a, you know, a 4-minute song, quick in and out intros and outros, but people are sitting there for that full song that they're reacting to.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps the algorithm. I think just learning the algorithm will help you do what you want to do. But the big songs do help you as well. It helps you get more out there. I feel like it does help push that out. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm even making sense at all.
Yeah, man.
Like
I mean, especially when you're doing K-pop, that's probably the biggest thing out there.
It's huge.
It's ridiculously huge.
But it's weird because like Bring Me the Horizon, like I like that. Baby Metal is obviously a big song, and Bring Me the Horizon, or a big band, sorry. That's like one of my top songs as well on my reaction stuff, like my popular videos, is that song with Baby Metal and Bring Me the Horizon, Kingslayer. And it's crazy just to see like the views and everything come off of that, but like I can post a video that, you know, a no-name band that hit me up in the email saying, hey, can you react to my stuff? And I'll skim through it just to make sure it's okay to put on my channel. And I put it out there, and it only gets like maybe 200 or 300 views. And it's like, man, I have 33,000 subscribers. Where the fuck is everybody?
Yeah,
like, if you know my content, you know it's going to be fun and like just fun to watch. But I think that's where a lot of people kind of get lost in the numbers, is doing stuff like Nightwish, Baby Metal, and all that. That they go to a small band that they might like outside of all that to make a reaction channel, and then they see, you know, a 200 view thing, and then they'll just go back to doing, you know, what sells, I guess, and boosts the number. It's sad though, I think.
Yeah, it
And I mean,
is.
like, sad in a way of just like numbers run our life that way. And
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of like, I've realized it. Well, what's your input on that? I'm curious about that as well for you. Like you are like, I guess, a newer YouTuber kind of thing and putting content out. Like, what has your experience been like? Because I'm curious to see, like, to hear your side as like a beginner kind of thing.
Well, for me, you know, I try not to look at the numbers because I do get discouraged. You know, and
Yeah.
I've caught myself saying like, I don't want to do this anymore. There's no point because I work so hard on it. I edit all this stuff, you know, and I'm just like, why am I even doing this? You know, but because I look at not only YouTube, but I look at like the Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all these listening platforms that I have it on, and I'm looking at the downloads and the listens and stuff like that, right? And I look at one, and it was it last May? Last May had over 4,000 downloads. I was like, what did I do back? What did I do then?
Yeah.
You know, I
Like, go
had no
back and
idea
try
what
to
I
like
did.
reverse engineer it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think one of them was I talked about my body issues that I had growing up. So I don't
Okay.
know. You know, it didn't get many views on YouTube, so it must have got more listens than, but I don't know anything different. I mean, but right now I just put it out. You know,
Yeah.
I know uh because right now it's not like I'm having like these celebrities on. I'm not having these popular people. You know, it's just people that I reach out to on Instagram or that I like get connected to somehow, some way, and then people that I know that are doing things that interest me, that I grew up with or I went to school with, something like that. So of course, some will get more views because of the people that know them. They're like, oh, they did a podcast, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily for me,
Yeah.
but no, it's hard. It's
It
definitely hard. But for
it
me, it's just better for my mentality to just not look at the
it is.
numbers.
It is. It's stupid because like I'm falling in this TikTok world right now. And I kid you not, I'm like, I've literally, I don't think I'll figure out the algorithm for it. But like, man, I have a small band that their YouTube video maybe has, and this is like from 2018, has like maybe 2,000 views on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I posted a clip of my reaction on there, and it legit is, I think it's over 100,000 views on TikTok already. And I've only been on the platform for about a week and a half, not even.
Jeez.
Yeah, like, man, just throwing your stuff out there on every platform,
Yeah.
something's gonna click for sure. But like, it's weird because like I'll do the big songs on TikTok, like everyone knows. Like I did, like, you know, one of the Architect songs. I had a cool breakdown in it, and like I had great reaction to it. And like that one on TikTok only had like maybe 2,000 views on it. I mean, that's a lot for some people, but it's like, from when I'm seeing like some of my videos, like the small bands, like there's a band called Spoiler out there. It had like 30,000 views just off of the one reaction that I did, and like people just picking it up and being like, "Man, this is pretty awesome!" Like, I don't know, it's a different platform. It's crazy the organic growth that you get from that.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
suggest
Yeah,
doing
I mean, I got a
that.
podcast. I have a podcast, TikTok, but I don't do it personally. But
Okay,
yeah,
but man, I feel like anything works on that platform. I see people with like 160,000 like followers and stuff. They literally just take us like a selfie, kind of like they set their phone somewhere on a
mm-hmm.
tripod, and they just kind of stand there with their coffee, just kind of dance, like not even dancing. These are like, this is like metal TikTok, like metal people on there, and they're just kind of like head bobbing to this breakdown of like I Prevail or something, and then all you see is text come up, and it's like, here are 5 bands if you like I Prevail, and then it just switches over to the music video of like, you know, it'll be like Spirit Box, Bring Me the Horizon or something like that. And then these views on there have like over 400,000 views. I'm like, dude, it didn't take you anything to make this fucking video.
Right.
And like, you see my, like, I take time and effort into my videos, and it's like, It's just crazy. I think you can literally post anything on those sites, like on TikTok, and you would do very good on it, depending on if everything works out. I don't know. It's a weird app, man. It's that's where I'm getting lost in numbers now.
And
I'm
it's
trying to
weird
like
too.
figure out what's doing good.
Like I think that's where we're gonna be at soon. You know, is just like the less effort you put into it, you know, and that's where these kids kind of get that work ethic. Is just like, oh, I barely did anything to get that, and I got 100,000 views.
Yeah, you see stuff on TikTok. It's like I love. I kind of like them at the same time. It's like, let's see what I can do to get a freaking 100,000 views. That's something totally stupid that you're gonna like, and he just pushes something off the table, and like boom, it's got like 1.4 million views. I'm like, I hate society. I hate the world this has come to. But it's neat though. I think it's really cool. But just try to do anything and everything on platforms. I'm actually gonna try. I was thinking about making a new channel as well for YouTube, just so I can do stuff like baby metal, or not baby metal, like K-pop reactions and stuff. And
Yeah.
I guess just for with music that I do, like everything's copywritten. I don't get paid on ads or anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably like maybe 4 or 5% of those videos that I do, I'll get paid on ads. And even if I do get paid on ads, I literally make like maybe like $3 off that video out of like a whole year.
Oh, so
It's
here's a question. Let me know. Do you know
okay.
if, because you know, you see some reactors, they'll like stop the video at a certain amount of time. They'll talk a little bit and then they keep going. Does that actually do anything to stop the copyright?
It does. And that's why
Really?
I've done it as well in other videos. Like, go watch all of my K-pop reactions, and I pause probably like 5 or 6 times out of them.
Oh,
But
okay.
a lot of them are monetized because of that. At that point, like when I was doing this stuff, I really wanted to like see if I could do that with that. I think that's why I want to make another channel because I hate pausing, man. I hate it. I hate when other people do it as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they like debate you and pause it at a time where you know it's gonna like drop or something. It's like, bro. So like I feel the pain, and like I feel the pain when I'm doing it too. But I like making content out of that. And when I was doing the K-pop stuff, a lot of people were saying like there wasn't a lot of hate, like, hey, you pause too much and stuff like that. You'll get those comments a lot, but a lot of people that do watch those reactions, they're used to it. So I don't know. I just wanted to make another channel just for that because I really want to keep Orion like just like a metal page and try to keep the K-pop off of it and stuff like that. But I think that's why I want to make another page just so I can do that because I have fun making the content in between the songs too when I'm pausing. There was one K-pop song like I had a light bar downstairs because I do window tinting. I need it for my tint and stuff. So they had one in the video and she was like waving it around like with a lifesaver and I'm like fuck, ran downstairs and just made content out of it. And it's I don't know. I like to have fun with it, and I think that's where the creativity just kind of like helps me explode and like put different content in other videos.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I do. I kind of hate that. I mean, it's different
Yeah,
when I'm watching rap reacts because then they break down like what the dude just said. I'm like, wait, I missed that. And then they say
yeah,
what he said. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they keep going. But like with
hmm
what you do, um, it's more than just listening to the lyrics. It's just like it's everything in the one. You know what I mean? Like this, like with one of the ones that you did, the which has been my favorite song since you've done it. Convictions, the uh what's the song called? Point of Grace or something like that? Price of Grace.
the Price of Grace. Yeah, that's a wicked song.
Oh, dude. And just everything put together, like the deep lyrics that are with it, along with like the breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't when I do my reactions, I don't even like I don't focus a lot on lyrics, and not that I really did with that video either, but I take it in as a whole, and I don't know, like that's why I really had like a hard time like with these people that pause because I'll pause it, go through the lyrics with everybody. I'm like, man, just listen to the song. Like for a first listen, a true first listen, like you're not like you don't pause in the middle of a song to do this in real life. So why are you doing it now?
Yeah.
So obviously it's just to monetize the video so you can make a couple dollars off of it. So I don't know. Like, can you make money off of it? Yeah, the ones that make fucking, get a lot of views, you can make some pretty good ad revenue off of. But like there's one song out there that I have. It's MGK with Wyatt Staff, and we played it straight, front to back, and it was I was able to monetize it, and like I've already made like $100 off that video just
Oh wow.
because it was up. Yeah, it's crazy. Like sometimes you can actually make some good cash off of it. Not that that's what everybody should be doing it for, but
Right.
I just wish a lot of stuff was more copywritten, but sometimes I'll dispute it just to be like, hey, look, I put a lot of effort into this. I'm not trying to claim it as your video. Can you release the block on it for the copyright? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like I make the content into my own, and I'll explain that in the dispute and stuff. So sometimes they lift it. There's actually quite a few people that have lifted it as well. But I think that's why a lot of people kind of steer off into other content after doing reactions for so long, I think, because they're not making the money that they thought they'd be making doing YouTube, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, it was great talking to you, man. I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Thank you very much for just having me on. I was kind of getting nervous to do this. Like I've done a couple of them, but I'm like, I don't know. It's just fun. I like it, and I think people enjoy this kind of stuff, especially when I put it out there to say I was on a podcast so people can see. I just hope they, obviously follow you and like show you some love as well. Like go check out some of this guy's content. That's what I did before even really knowing who you were. So
Yeah.
I think you put out really good work. So I really appreciate
I appreciate that.
this podcast with you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna continue watching your stuff too, man. So keep making great content.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And you as well, man. I think you're doing a really, really good job with your podcast.
Hey, man, I'm
I
trying.
think something really good.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you.
All right, dude. Take it easy. Have a great day.
All right, man. You too.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
There you
Toodaloo.
go. Or let me get a bleh.
Oh, we haven't even had a black yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna suck at this one. This one's right on the spot. That was weak too. I'm sorry. You gotta watch your channel to get more.
There you go.
All right, dude,
All right, man. Take it
Have a
easy,
great
man.
day.
Yep.